The Master Emblem that's waiting ahead. The 2.2 is what I like to call it. I don't know why I call it Master Emblem, but I thought this diamond in here looked pretty cool, so why not? And in today's video, I want to talk about the 2.2 release date because I've seen so many people asking me again after the new 2 beta updates and RobTop's new tweet what I think now after all of these information have been published. And by now I thought we were gonna have 2.2 anyway, but since we don't, I may also clarify a bunch of things and also give a bunch of speculations and my thoughts about when I think it's gonna be released, and we can like maybe have a discussion in the comment section. So the last thing that we have ever had that has anything to do with 2.2 is probably going to be the beta update. We've received 2 beta updates for the Steam version, and these were already after December has already started. And in case you guys are not really following stuff, I'm just gonna repeat what I said in my earlier video. Actually, I think it's best to just show it instead of just explaining what really happened. I can just show the picture, and then you guys can know exactly what the heck is going on. So this was the last message. It was sent in November 26th, and he basically said he wanted to upload it on every single platform at the same time. I think this is a final decision. Many people come up with screenshots where in 2019 he has said that he was wanna, release it on Steam only in case Google Play takes too long. But I think after the trailer was released and he has realized that people are really, really hyped, he thought it was unfair to only release it on Steam. I'm pretty positive that he could release it on Steam right now, but he's gonna have to wait for other platforms to review the update and also approve the update. So that way everyone could be treated fairly, and also we get to play the update all at the same time. Except like, imagine like, I've seen, okay, I need to talk about this. I've seen people that say, why don't we just get Geometry Dash on Steam only and, mobile players can wait for a few days. Well, if you're a Steam player, then why don't mobile players get it and then we have to wait for 2 days? This is a question you should be asking yourself, and I'm pretty sure you'd be very disappointed saying that the people on the phone are going to be able to play the game, play 2.2, but you are not. And these people that are wanting to play 2.2 at the same time are refusing the idea of 2.2 being released on Steam first because they obviously don't have a computer, or they don't have Steam, or they can't afford the game, or whatever. And I think it's just the best thing that can be done right now is just to release it on all platforms. And I do think that not the whole delay was because of Google, but a bunch of, like, a few days for sure. And also, I'm not quite sure about this information, but I'm just gonna drop it anyway. I have a strong feeling that they rejected the game from Google Play. And the reason why we've had the beta update that I've just talked about is, I think, because the way Google Play works is that you have to basically, once you're finished with your updates, you have to basically upload your new files, your 2.2 basically in this case, and you would wait for Google Play to review the game. Now, what does that mean? They would play the game basically. Yes, Google employees are right now playing the game, which is kind of ridiculous. They have not even waited for the update. Come on, we are the priority here. But yeah, they basically play the game. They see if there are any issues with it, like some, stuff that doesn't align with the policies, or things that are, aimed at adult people. For example, like swear words or stuff like that. They cannot be in GD because obviously it's a children that is allowed to be played by teenagers and young people as well. So after waiting for this review, which is what we call it, and it usually takes about 7 days or 3 days, depends really. But after that, you either get a rejection or an approval. And after that, you can basically click a button and then everything is published. And for Steam, there is no review at all. You can just publish the update whenever you're finished yourself. So yeah, they don't have to check and wait for 7 days and stuff like that. So that's something at least, which is why I've said that Steam could be released at any time now. And so this is the last thing that we have gotten from him. And I have made a specific video on why 2.2 is not going to be released on the weekends. And that was also not a 100% confirmation. However, I can just briefly talk about it and you guys can tell me if that makes a lot of sense, because to me it did make a lot of sense. So in that video, I googled when each update came out, and I found a pattern that basically said RobTop only publishes updates on the weekdays. I have seen update 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Update 2.0, Update 2.1, all of them were released on the weekdays and not weekends. However, the only update that was released on the weekends was 1.9. However, I think this may have something to do with the Steam release because 1.9 was the first update that that made Geometry Dash be playable on Steam. So I can see why perhaps that was delayed for 1 day or two, just because that was like the first time that Ropta wanted to have his game on Steam basically. And from there on, it pretty much just continued as usual. 2.0 and 2.1 were in the weekdays basically. And another thing that we have is, aside from these like patterns that we have found in the releases of previous updates, we can also take a look at the Google Play's review times. Now, if you Google that, Google Play review times, but I can't type, it doesn't matter. By default, your app, blah, 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 and it takes up to 7 days or longer. Okay, wait, this is actually interesting because previously they said business days. I don't know if they didn't pay attention to saying business days, or if this is a typo or something, or if they actually changed the policies where now they can review games in the weekends as well. But my initial point was that basically Google Play does not work on the weekends and only works on the business days, and these days are basically the weekdays. And so basically that was also like a proof that it is unlikely to come out anytime in the weekends, which is why I think today and tomorrow is also unlikely. However, I have to say this in every video. Everything I say, is speculation according to the evidence that I have brought. I have told you guys that Google only works on business days. I've told you guys about the previous updates. So I'm just providing evidence, and then, you just come up with a conclusion that kind of makes sense. And most of the times it's actually correct, but it may sometimes just be incorrect all of a sudden. And other than that, we did have a huge silence, like a very loud silence that you can call it, because of course RobTop and Viper and all of the moderators and stuff like that have been super duper silent, and people, like everybody, is just confused at this point. Me also, I just don't know what to do. But I think with all of this information now ahead of us, I think the last 2 beta updates that we've had on Steam, I think they were made to make sure that the game is perfect before they republish it to Google Play. And in case you have missed one of my videos, I've said that a speculation of mine could be that Google Play rejected the game, and then RobTop, while he was fixing the problem that they have mentioned, he found like a very major bug that he decided to also fix, which is why he updated the beta. But this could be wrong information, but I think having the beta updated twice is a very good sign for 2.2's release, or actually it's getting near us, let me put it that way. So I think that we are taking out the weekend. So here we have the 9th, which is a Saturday, and then we have Sunday. So today, tomorrow, no. However, next week, in the span of these 5 days, that's a very high possibility. However, there is another thing, but I do not really want to mention it because it could lead to a little bit of problems. But we're gonna have to see. Like, it's Christmas. Like it's less than 2 weeks away, bro. 2023 just started, and what the heck is going on? We're already almost at Christmas. This is crazy. But yeah, I think next week sounds good. I mean, the hype every time. Waking up, it's tomorrow. Just wait for tomorrow until it comes, and then the update is gonna come out. Just wait a few more days, a few more months, a few more.